is day 5. My amazing week of rest was leading up to a major milestone in my life, and it's here. And let me give you a hint. You guessed it, Facebook already told it. It is my 35th birthday. So it's the last day of Rest Unheard Of, which I've been providing 5 days with 5 minutes of a very small discussion about rest. And so some of you may be wondering, why is she doing this? Why is she talking about rest? Nobody really does that. Nobody really cares. But let me share a piece of my story. So I started off my adulthood not even realizing the trauma that I had survived growing up. And for years, as a young adult, I completely ignored myself. I ignored my pain. I was walking around in immense emotional pain and immense relational pain and ignored it. Ignored it because I thought that's what resilience was. Ignored myself because I thought that's what a Black woman is supposed to do. But it all came to a head, and I'm glad it did, because a healing process began. And y'all, the stories I'll tell on how God started to unravel all of my past experiences and started to really uncover my pain, and the healing that he has brought me from since he started this process with me, it is immeasurable. But I'm protective over it. I'm protective over the growth, the progress, the healing, because God did it through a process for me. It wasn't an instantaneous freedom. I had to walk out these steps. But I'm not playing. I'm not wasting it. I'm not giving it back to the enemy. I'm not throwing it away. So one of the ways I protect, now there's other ways, which I will share. Like, I'm not holding anything back. God has given me so much. I am going to share it. But one of the ways that I make sure that I never ignore myself again, that I never walk around blindly, putting myself to the very, very backseat of life, won't ever do that again. And one of the ways I ensure that I don't do that is through regular rest. So I have been a stowaway to Hilton Head, South Carolina. I will talk about on my podcast how God called me to my kids as my primary job, and how that was difficult, necessary, a joy, all at the same time. But I know the way I'm built, I know that if I'm going to be a stay-at-home mom, I know I need real breaks, like real breaks. And so I have no shame and no guilt in taking my real breaks. Everybody doesn't understand. Everybody doesn't have to understand. You have to do what you need to do for you. You need to know why you're doing what you're doing for you. It needs to be out of the right motives, but everybody does not have to understand your rest. Take that away. So it is the last day, and I have one final simple short tip for you, and I'm going to leave you guys a tangible example of this tip in the link in the video description. But one great tool in your rest process is music. Music is a universal language. Music interacts with a different sphere of the brain. Music gives you rhythm. Music is timed. So if you know you need a 15-minute break, you make a 15-minute playlist, you go listen. Along with music, there's singing at the top of your lungs like you're in the shower, singing in the car, singing, dancing, and just listening. Those of you who are musicians, just playing. That is going to be a place for rest. And so there is a song that summarizes all of Rest Unheard Of. It has pieces of all of the elements that I've talked about, and I'm going to put it in the show notes. It is Voice of God by Maverick City Music. It's like a 12-minute song. So this is a great song to get you a 12-minute break during your workday when you're working from home, or when you go out to your car to eat your food, or however you manage it. This is a good song. Okay? And even if you're not a Christian, I encourage you to listen to it. The lead up, the first half of the song will speak to you as well. And the second half may even speak to you too. So give it a chance. So this is it, guys. I appreciate you being here, looking at this. Tomorrow, around the same time, I'll post some additional information as a follow-up for those of you who are like, okay, that was short and sweet, now what? I'll give you some now what. Thank you, I love you. If you need anything that you think I can help you with, feel free to reach out. Happy 2021, let's do this.
Let me tell you about my yielded life. I'm submitted to Jesus and I don't have to think twice, so get right. I'm repping for him day and night, but don't let it confuse you. I struggle all the time, that's why he's my teacher, my counselor, my way maker. He is my teacher, the one and only error breaker. 90 on life's highway, not even stopping to pray. He tells me to yield, stop and stay still. Let me show you the way.